Hello, I'm Shana Arati, and here is a short preparation video I've made for the upcoming 6-week Breathwork and Kundalini yoga course for ADHD related challenges, just so when the course begins we can jump right into the practices. So as you probably know, you can attend the course online or in person at a Scout Hall in West Brunswick. It's not the most glamorous of spaces, but it's quaint and on nice grounds. So what to bring? If you are to attend in person, it's most important that you remember to bring a yoga mat, as I may only have a couple spare lying around, but also a cushion, a blanket, an eye mask, a water bottle, notebook and pen, and wear comfy clothes. Obviously, if you're attending the course at home online, also have those things on hand, but probably more importantly, to see if you can set up a nice space where you won't be disturbed. So the program aims to look deeply at the problems of attention and focus common to ADHD and for a great many people that can cause emotional and physical discomfort in the body and ensuing problematic behaviors such as addictions. And so I'm keen to see if we can create improvements in some of those areas in the ways that I've outlined on the slide. So, as you may know, with ADHD, there is evidence that there is a disharmony between two networks of the brain. The first being the default network of the brain, which is responsible for our kind of wakeful rest, daydreaming, and introspective states. And then our task positive network for any activities that require attention and cognitive effort. These networks in the ADHD brain seem to have gotten confused, and the neurotransmitter dopamine is implicated in that confusion. So, some of the practices we will do simply serve to strengthen attention regulation with what we could call neurobics or brain entrainment, activities intended to harness our neuroplasticity. Because the research has shown unequivocally with these techniques we can be architects of our own brains. The program also offers means to release reverberatory energy. The ADHD body has been found to show more premotor activity sitting there. And so premotor activity, that's the energy transmitted from the brain to direct physical activity, be it moving an arm, walking, running, jumping, moving your head. And so I'm of the opinion that if you do have an ADHD type operating system like I do, you need to defrag your nervous system and the build-up of reverberatory energy daily. There's many ways to do this, and I'll just show you some that can be done at home and in a short period of time. We will also do practices that help us overcome our fears of confronting the present moment, because getting comfortable with discomfort seems very necessary to avoid unhealthy habits of avoidance, distraction, procrastination, and self-medicating. But that's where figuring out ways to get a natural high seems of greater incentive for the ADHDer. And so the one thing I feel most confident about with this program is being able to show you reliable means for lifting your mood and experiencing peak states. But that's not just getting high. These states have been shown reliably to bring forth spontaneously a deep inner wisdom that seems able to alchemize emotional pain and tension. And so that's where we can explore whether unconscious beliefs and unintegrated emotional traumas are responsible, at least in part, for the dysregulation of the nervous system. Now, the field is divided as to whether ADHD-related issues might be the neurological result of certain childhood traumas or experiences. There are people like Gabor Mate who believe ADHD is a restless feeling caused by an early experience of abandonment that's kind of stuck in the body. And so, regardless of the cause, that's where these practices can provide a kind of reprocessing of past experience to reconsolidate how certain memories and early attachments are kind of sitting in the body. And who knows, that may be able to provide a corrective experience for our own neurology. So, how are we going to do this? Basically by combining ancient and modern techniques. And so each class will have 3 aspects. We will do a Kundalini Yoga Kriya. That's a set of actions and pose for a specific result. Kundalini Yoga is one of the oldest forms of yoga that combines a lot of yogic practices from pranayama, breath control, and chanting, mantras, and of course poses. And it was when I realized how good Kundalini Yoga was for creating expansive states of consciousness, as well as getting right into the polyvagus nerve. That's when I decided to do a pretty extensive teacher training. And so I'll be showing you some of the most impactful practices I discovered in that training, because I really couldn't believe how advanced some of these ancient methods were for doing deep somatic work. So also each class I will choose a Kundalini Yoga meditation that demands considerable attention and focus, but in a novel way. And then for the last part of each class, we will do a session of conscious connected breathing. But I'm going to show you how to do that in a variety of ways. And so conscious connected breathing or breathwork has been shown to have the most far-reaching benefits. It seems with the practice we decrease the carbon dioxide in the body, making it more alkaline. And then this then creates a biochemical situation whereby the networks of the brain responsible for egoic thinking and the stories we tell ourselves shuts off. And then another consciousness seems to jump in the driving seat. And not only can this facilitate a psychedelic experience, if you're lucky, this process also seems to facilitate the emergence of old physical and emotional tensions ready for processing. And a unique opportunity for healing often takes place. Now, if you're new to this practice, I know this kind of work at first can seem quite daunting, but it is so worth it. When you come to realize it actually works, the shifts and breakthroughs are very distinct. And besides, I'm of the opinion that if you want to tame an inner dragon, you have to have the courage to get inside and ride it. But that's where it's important you feel really safe and supported in doing this work. And so particularly for students doing this program at home, please contact me or someone from my team if something really big comes up. And also for those who haven't done much breath work, I ask that you read the information leaflet that I've attached. I also think I plan to have art materials there if you want to hang around after the class and support your integration, perhaps with journaling or mandala drawing. And then I will, between each classes, give a 15 to 30 minute practice to take home and do between the Saturdays. And because we ADHD is like a bit of body doubling, I'll hold a Zoom class of the practice twice a week. And that's not mandatory, but it will just be a short session on Monday morning at 8:30 on Zoom and Thursdays as well. So I am offering this course for free to get feedback for the program to make it better, and because I intend to register it as an NDIS funded activity. For this reason, I will also have 2 helpers who are on placement doing an NDIS related course. I will also ask for likes and follows on certain social media platforms. There may be a bit of photography, I'm not sure. And I'm also interested in collating data on the kind of childhood childhood experiences that seem most correlated with certain ADHD related symptoms. And so may ask you to perform the schema questionnaire. But I'm not going to be militant about this exchange. I'm really more interested in simply seeing how the program goes and whether these practices are as effective for you as they have been for me. And so I guess that's pretty much everything. Please be in contact if you have any questions. And thank you so much for watching the entirety of this video. Chiron, my team, and I look forward to meeting you soon.